well, it's a bit embarrassing, but you know, I disagree with that. I agree with most of it. Would you say, yes, you can preach in my cathedral? You'd probably say, no. I'm not going to stop you. You can go and preach somewhere else. You're not going to preach in my cathedral. That kind of message. So I think we all have choices. Corporations have choices. You make a decision of what values you stand for and what values you promote. And so I wouldn't say censor them. But on the other hand, do you associate yourself with them? So I'm reluctantly tend to think that if I'd been in your position, I'd hope that I would have been an ethical hero.
One more comment, Nikki, who's actually from New Zealand. We're sort of moving the other side of the world. We need a mic over here, and then Neil will give you a chance to respond. And any other member of the panel who wants to jump into?
Am I on? It's not a question. It's not a comment, actually. It's a question, which is...
Could you hold it just a bit closer to your...
It's a question. How long did you take?
How long did I...
You said the decision had to be made in an hour. How long did you actually take to make it?
Within an hour.
But did you, in the moment when you had to make the decision, how long did it take you to make it?
Within an hour.
Okay, so it's not that the decision, you had an hour deadline, they said you got an hour to come back.
No, we had an hour deadline. That's the whole purpose.
And my question is, how long did you take to make the decision?
Within that hour.
Did you take 10
Yes.
seconds?
No, we took an hour.
It took an hour?
Yeah.
Okay, that was my question. Thank you.
Okay, Neil, do you want to just...
First of all, I want to respond to Pat's comment, because I'm actually really glad that you asked this question, because I'm very proud to tell you that we work regularly with the police and participate in anti-violent, anti-gang organizations. And not only do we give money, but we actually are involved in organizations. And in fact, all of the major events that we have, we invite disenfranchised youth, street youth. They participate. They do art installations. We do many things to encourage and play a role in having a positive influence in this area. So I'm glad that you asked that question. Thank you.
And Neil, I do want to say that I think you're contributing this case and then facilitating this dialogue and putting yourself out here like this is incredibly helpful.
Okay. A final vote. Has anything changed? This is your question. Should we see where we come out? Okay. My goodness. I wonder what that means, whether that means we're all good judges in the beginning, or whether the facts don't matter. 57, so it's gone up. I see, okay. Well, we'll do the analysis. We have one more question to ask of you, but just a couple things in conclusion. First of all, I do want to thank the panelists. This has been the subject of a good deal of discussion on our part. The technology that we're using exposed the panelists to a kind of risk that academics are not normally exposed to, where the audience actually gets to judge on the quality, if you like, or the relevance of what they're saying in the context. So I appreciate that enormously. It's just been marvelous to work with Neil again. Neil and I have worked together for many, many years. And if I have one regret, it's that he's gone in the direction of music instead of business and philosophy. But he's also a marvelous musician, so we have to credit that as well. So to the panel and to Neil, thanks very much for what it is you've contributed. To you for coming and participating, thank you very much, but also an invitation. There are many of you who wanted to comment. We've had a short evening. We are going to continue the dialogue. So if you have thoughts, reflections on the way home, or want to participate in this particular case, if you're wanting to write a longer paper, if you're a student, want to write a longer paper, we're going to be continuing this discussion using the web effectively to carry it forward. So we do have a blog which we're going to continue. These contributions are going to be put on the web so that people can see them. And our colleagues on the panel are actually going to write, I hope, scholarly papers. That's to say they're going to do a deeper analysis, which would take the form of a kind of paper that you would perhaps think of publishing in an academic journal. And when those papers are ready, they'll be added to the website as well with regard to this particular discussion. So we're really interested in how this kind of scholarship, if you like, can contribute to these kinds of discussions of public issues. So we have one last question for you that we would like you to respond to. I'm not going to vote on this one. So would you use this clicker technology in future discussions? Do you think that this has contributed to the quality of this discussion of this issue? You understand the question? Do you want an hour to make up your minds? By the way, that's one aspect of the debate or the discussion that we want to promote on the web. You're being pushed to make decisions very quickly, but if you have thoughts about this way of stimulating discussion and providing opportunities for participation on the part of a group like yourselves, we'd like to hear about it. Have you had a chance to vote? There are only 3 buttons that you can push this time. Everybody's ready? Should we see what you had to say, or should we keep it a secret? Well, there you go. And it would be fascinating to enter into a discussion as to why you've come to those conclusions. We can't do it, but I hope that you say something about your positions on the web and on our blog. Oh, I haven't said any place the address. I'm sorry. It's www.cbern.ca. That's C-B-E-R-N, or Canadian Business Ethics Research Network. www.cbern.ca. Al, did you have?
This week return the blank pads on Wales.
There is a reception in the marketplace, which is out the door and just over. There's coffee and some other refreshments as well.
I zoned out after I said it. Very good. Very well executed. It actually came out good. Yeah. I took an enormous amount of